Alright, so we're looking at what is probably the last day. I will probably stream until this ends. So, okay. I believe this was the beginning of Class 5. So we did the first 4 classes a couple days ago, and we are going to do the last 4 today. And hopefully that'll be everything. So, Angel saw Chiyuki going to the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Saki is silent for once. Yuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor? We don't know that for sure. The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamine. It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakia, you are the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this. Hey, Mythos, there you are. You didn't miss anything, we just restarted. I am aware. I want to go to confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue. Which means we need to search the infirmary. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthily we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakia. A moment, gentlemen. Mr. Leone. Or Leon, whatever. I have something for you. Sorry for being late, I was somewhat delayed. What are these? The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school, and it is as bright and massive as its owner. So there's basically a skeleton key, or a master key. The massive key. The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it. Alright. You will have more use for those than I, Kawara. Hold on to them. Right. Thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary. Where are these notes? The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the Void, Wallenstein. Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing. Being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higure. I have returned from Judecca to defeat you. As long as you live, calamitous sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair. What the hell? When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. Please, that isn't funny. Yes, yes. Come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop. Do not throw me out like some wretched doll. I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards, he lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic. There would be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. He's broken like 12 windows throughout the school building. Yes, he has. He's broken many buildings. Every time he appears, he's breaking a window. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy, though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time. Did you say something just now, Doctor? Nothing. Nothing at all. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go? He is investigating another area at the moment. Only Dr. Iwamine and Nanaki here now. Isn't Sakazaki here? I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose. Not brave, just imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Just the doctor should be enough. Dr. Iwamine, I came here to ask your opinion of something. My opinion? I fear I will not be of much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. So now I'm playing as Sakia. That's kind of weird. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. A pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is believerne, sir. It is nonsense. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It's an honor to be so praised by the heir of the Lebel family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the Lebel family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I am afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the Lebel family will never forget. Ho ho ho, how wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect? Of course. A family head must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his. Almost like the foundation of your very existence. Da, da, da. I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Ho ho ho. Interesting. Locked. Has it been locked ever since the alarm this morning? The doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy, and I think he's been with somebody else ever since. Let's see, maybe that massive thing Mr. Leone gave me will do the trick. Yes! Yeah, ho ho ho. I keep thinking he's Santa. This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in this dim light. I need to look for evidence that Chiyuki was in here, quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in corners, the bigger the risk that I'll get caught. I need to remember, I've been in here a lot, every time I got sick. Where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid even his assistants from touching his desk? It would seem he keeps his drawers locked tight. Shu is such a butt. Yes, he is. You're up, massive thing. Inside our medical records? He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up, though I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 4 files, and the names are Kawara Ryota, Tosaka Chiyuki, Fujishiro Nagaki, and Shirogane Sakuya. Interesting. It's an interesting collection. I mean, I'm not too surprised that he had Nagaki, I guess, if it was from 5 years ago or something, and I guess I'm not too surprised by Kawara, and I guess the Chiyuki thing makes sense based on the other storylines as well. The Sakuya one kind of gets me. I'm not surprised to see a file on me in here, but Chiyuki and Sakuya never had any reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nagaki. Looking closely, Nagaki's folder says St. Pigeonation's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? Since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. Are the other 3 records from physical exams? They're full of strange symbols and numbers, and I'm not sure what they mean. Huh? Sakiya's has a second piece of paper in it. It looks like some sort of memo, or... knocked out. Ah! A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall, unconscious. Was that Yuya? Where am I? I feel dizzy. That's right, I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. The medical records are gone. Somebody took them? I managed to get knocked out even with the stun gun Mr. Leone gave me. Yeah, because you got hit from behind before you could use it. Darn it! I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Ah, damn it! Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that? I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been a criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere? Huh? I hadn't noticed earlier, but there's a card under the desk in a corner. I wouldn't have seen if I weren't on the floor. This is Chiyuki's student ID. Another missing student ID. There's blood on the corner, so it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened in here. Looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed, but for some reason I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself? Just what is he after, anyway? But I'm not worried about who is doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Chiyuki. I need to talk with Sakuya. So you think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor? Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor. Sakia? You again. Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk. Very well. Mr. Shirogane? Yes, Doctor? Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself. Even with the knowledge and tools of a physician? Even so, I am not a particularly healthy person. Doctor, not healthy, huh? Not a healthy person? The doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know. He is? I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, though it rarely poses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. Seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think? Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records. It is? I see. Thanks. I'll remember that. I tell Saki about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office. Actually, I didn't remember how it is his ending. He wielded the cleaver with his left wing. That's a good observation. It probably helps that you've seen tons of people play this game. I just remember that he had a cleaver. I didn't remember with what. I was actually kind of doubting this whole thing. I was like, you can't, drag around the body, but in your ending, you used a cleaver. And you have a good point. It was his left wing, I guess. Alright. Meaning, Fujishiro Nagiki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center? I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Chiyuki all together? Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything? Not once. Nobility knows no illness. Yeah, I've never seen him sick and he always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. Kind of a bad thing to find out now. Bad? Because it is inconvenient? It is inconvenient to your theory? We must remain just. No harm can ever come from learning more of the truth. I guess so. Maybe it's because he's not very active or because he never leaves the infirmary, but guess I've never really had a chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuya. Blasted mongrel, no good can ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue. Yeah, they definitely have covered their bases to show foreshadowing. You're definitely right there. Salutations! Were you gossiping about me? Yuya! What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you. That's right, Yuya. From your point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Ryota. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass, dropped by an unkind lover. It should be obvious what we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Used tires, maybe. Something that is completely impervious to abuse. Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Tosaka in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her? So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence. We found her ID, stained with blood, in the infirmary. You are duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do? Well, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I can't say anything at all. Cease this foolishness. You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge the... Uh-oh. It's here. Here. I wonder what that's supposed to sound like. I wonder if that's supposed to be like Chiyuki and Tosaka. I guess that would be kind of hard to do. They would have to read the name and actually be able to do something with it. It is possible. Beanpole man required ahead. Run, you two! Such terrible timing. Nobody likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow. Is this the time for jokes? Run! Go! Ryota seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't look like it's noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people. Your idle flirtation sicken me. Filthy mongrel. It is the same every time? Okay. Shh. Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man towards the cafeteria. There you go, Beanpole Man. You head for the maintenance room while it's distracted, okay? You plan to act as a decoy? Don't think this will stop me from suspecting you. I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, so why stop now? Our ally? Anyway, run for it as soon as we're out of sight. Adieu. Sakuya, you're okay. I was worried that maybe you got caught. Indeed. Isn't Yuya with you? We never got him to answer anything. I do not know. He ran in the opposite direction. We didn't have much time left. I think the only thing to do is get him to talk to us and then confront the doctor. He's been helping us this whole time, but I don't know if we can still consider him our ally. Our ally, indeed. You've always been separated, right? So you don't really know how he usually acts, or if he'd likely do something like this, or... How could I know? He and I live in different worlds, as my father said. I couldn't know. I'm an only child, so I don't really understand siblings, but I think I know how you feel about him, Sakuya. Do not make me repeat myself. He and I have no connection, but I want to believe that he is not my enemy. Seems like Sakuya isn't entirely sure what to think. The prime suspects are the doctor who aided his family and his own half-brother. If I were given the same situation, I wouldn't be as calm as he is. We should write in the notes and then go talk to the doctor. Go find out exactly what happened at the infirmary. We figured out a lot of things, but there's still a lot that remains a mystery. It's 6 p.m. We don't have much time. Can we solve this and get out alive in only 4 hours? Alright, let's go Huh? Sakuya? Your friend already left, young one. Why didn't you say so earlier? He's planning to confront the doctor alone. Father is of the pure bloodline, and so his life is of the utmost value. By extension, the doctor who saved his life must also be valuable. I must not disrespect him, because that is what Father told me. My brother, born of a low father, is a worthless being. Though he looks noble, his veins flow with filthy and pure blood. I must not associate with those of low birth, because that is what Father told me. But I am no longer sure. What is blood? Why does it divide us so? Deep? Oh, hello again, Shirogane. Where's the doctor? He said he was going back to the infirmary. Maybe he forgot something there. Thank you. You're going right after him? Don't you want any tea? Well, be careful. He looked rather troubled. I hope he's all right. Doctor, Mr. Shirogane, you look quite fatigued. Would you care rest for a little while? You are wrong, are you not, sir? Whatever could you mean? I wish to learn the truth. What did you and Sakazaki do? Which of you decided to kill Tosaka? That's not something to say without proof, Mr. Shirogane. But then, we have but little time left. Perhaps I shall explain things to you. I did not kill Miss Tosaka. This is the truth. Of course. How could I let myself be swayed by idle rumors? The doctor could not possibly carry out such an atrocity. Mr. Sakazaki did not kill her either, which raises the question, who did? Sakazaki admitted that he was involved in the crime. He cannot possibly be... I merely said that he did not kill her. I did not say he wasn't involved. Of course, the same applies to myself. The two of you did not kill her, but were involved? But then, who did kill her? Oh dear me, this won't do. Talking to you makes me feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I suppose there are limits of a mere mongrel. What did he just say? Doctor, Could you be quiet for a minute, Mr. Shirogane? You bore me. You filthy, low-born mongrel. What are you saying, sir? I'm not like Saka... You did well. Thanks to you, Mr. Kawara has found almost everything he needs. Just one more push and he'll be done. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane. A glint of white steel. His left wing slowly traces an arc through the air. There you go. I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. He's not dead? Oh. Sakazaki! Stop that, Isa! I told you not to touch my brother. Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuya blocks out the sun. Blood is spreading across the floor. I am unhurt? Who's... your wing? Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people, not that I wouldn't tell him myself, or that I wouldn't kill him. And after all that work to steal the records from Mr. Kawara, too. Yeah, you've always been like this. A coward and a villain to the core. Oh, such flattery. What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this? I told you, remember? You bore me. Now that you have helped Mr. Cholera as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your babbling now that I am done with you? Do not understand, sir. What did you and Sakazaki... That's exactly what I'm talking about. I have no responsibility to explain to you. Goodbye, Mr. Shirogane. No, don't move, Sakia! Sakia! Oh, Mr. Cholera. We were just discussing you. Yuya standing over Sakia, blood running down his body, the doctor standing next to them. There is no question about what's happened. Doctor! So it was you all along. Was it? I wonder about that. Ho. Pull yourself together, Sakazaki. Say something. Don't worry, he won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, so ask him all you want. Wait, Doctor. Another broken window. Oh, God. The Scarecrow! There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let us go. Labor 9, is it the Scarecrow's name? So he was working under the doctor this whole time. Just a little more, Mr. Cholera. Do you think you'll remember soon? Stop running away! You killed Chiyuki. I will never forgive you. I'm glad you're so lively. That's good. I shall be waiting for you, deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Cholera. It feels like an anime. I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the Scarecrow are gone. Don't go chasing after the Beanpole Man on your own, Ryota. A good man keeps his cool, even in times like this. Don't speak! You're still bleeding! Don't worry. Who the hell do you think I am? Who the hell do you think we are? Gurren Lagann. I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone else. I won't die to a little scalpel. Getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but there are plenty of bandages here. Sakia, wait here. I'll go get Mr. Leone. Wait, Ryota. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession? Like the doctor said, there's no time to waste. So let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance. It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before? We had a deal. Of course, he broke it without a second thought. The doctor and I did not kill her. That is the truth. But then, why did he... She died in this room, after school yesterday. That is also the truth. Then there was someone else? Yes. Right as always, Sakia. And that third person killed Chiyuki? Who was it? I'm sorry. I can't tell you that. I think you'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up. So you stuffed her into those boxes? It was the time. The doctor needed to be sure of when she'd be found. He decided morning would give time for the most humans together. I suppose he probably thought putting her in the print boxes was funny too. The most humans? Why would... Looks like I stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have the resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different. I thought you said you'd be fine. Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryota? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. Just for a little... I want to talk to Sakia alone. You have a new father now, Yuya. He has a beautiful mansion and you'll be moving there tomorrow. But your new father says he doesn't want your brother. He says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He is her son too. I will go. I will throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. He killed him so he could take Mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg. Until she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I had hid him away in the mansion, and I switched them, so he will raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me, but he will love my brother. He will give him nice food and nice clothes and a nice bed. Oh, this is so sad. Oh, man. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it. Jesus. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. You're the same as me, Sakia. We were never half-brothers. You are my real brother. Impossible! I am the heir of the Labelle family. Father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose. I never told anyone that I'd switched the eggs. If Father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with Mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy, just to see you living in luxury. You? Under what authority? None. You're right, I only ever listened to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized. I guess I was doing what he said all along, since I took your lineage. The fact that I killed the Labelle, the other father's child, will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not, and now it's too late. So, that's good music. That's good music. Fool! To deny me my lineage now. I'm sorry, Sakia. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you. If I am not of the Labelle line, what am I? I knew you'd ask that. Straightforward as always. Leave this place, Sakia, and think about it, long and hard. You have a lot more to worry about than just who your family is, after all. No! Wait, Sakazaki! Stay with me! There is still much for you to tell me. It's been a long time since we talked this much. I talked to you every day when you were still an egg. Pull yourself together, Yuya. You can't leave like this. You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you. I should apologize about that, too. Remember the headmaster? That was nerve toxin. You mean the scalpel had... Go on, Sakia. Leave your liar brother and go. The doctor must have a way out of here. You are... yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. Later, buddy. Oh no. Yuya! Yuya! Sad. So many sads. That was the end of the 5th class. It's not moving. There we go. Time to drink from the... No, Yuya, you're a playboy birdie. Remember the letter at the end of Sakia's route that had Yuya said something important to tell him? Oh, yep. Yep. No, that makes sense. Again, I promise this flask has fruit punch in it, and not liquor. It's 6 p.m. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in the maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'd be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement? Certainly not one that appears in the official plans, but maybe. Under the medical center? But that one's blocked off with concrete. It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed something? Missed something, or forgotten something. Somewhere I forgot to look? Oh! That's right! The encyclopedia from the library and the medical center. The chronology and the medical records. I'd like to talk to Nagaki again. You've thought of something? I need a drink just to be able to keep reading, but I promise it is not liquor. It is not that kind of drink. It's actually a really big flask. It is called... I just dropped it. It's called the Fred Water Flask. It's got a giant F on it for Fred. It's a Kickstarter item. I have a habit of being on Kickstarter. Alright. Yeah, I need to go check. Sakia. He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. Better to leave him alone. I might wish there was alcohol in it after this, though. Oh, damn it. Oh, he's like a little flame. What's going on there? I know. Oh, that's her. I'm worried about it, too. You're fading again. Where are you? I assume it's Chiyuki. Nagaki! There you are! What is it? I found a lot about the school, and about you. I see. I suppose you know who I am, then? Sort of, but there are things I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago, and the dome today. How are they related? Nagaki must know something about the secrets the school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you? That might be so, or it might not. I saw in the school records, it says you died 5 years ago in an accident in the medical center. I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I can never leave. You stopped your... In other words, at the very least I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that. So you didn't die in that accident? He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be a basement under the medical center. I need to get in there. Oh, that's right. The encyclopedia. The encyclopedia? You used to go to the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from there with one here? Why would... That's what I want to know. I guess I should just tell him. Look, you know the encyclopedias here are out of order? There are 2 copies of Volume 9 and no Volume 6. The medical center has the same different person. The medical center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, there are 2 copies of 6 there and no 9. How disorderly. Yeah. Anyway, one of the copies of Volume 6 there has a library sticker on it. Someone must have taken it from here. Switch the encyclopedias. Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Volume 9. Looking's worth 1,000 spoken words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. It looks just like another book when it's closed, but it's a box? It's full of files. Some sort of documents? They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been... What does it say? That one. Let's see... Operation Hatoful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons to fight humans? It's the same title as the file in the headmaster's office, but I never expected anything like this. Meaning, this school has been being used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180, new strains of Sumatera influenza isolated. 2183, a new strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nagaki. Oh wow. It is lethal to humans and has been named the Sharon virus. It has encountered research at St. Pagination's medical center. Sharon virus? Humans I met would always get very sick. Are you remembering something? Yes, I think so. I think I was the one who brought that book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. I wanted to tell someone important what was happening in the center. What was it? My family? It must have been my family. That's right. I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I your help to see? He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you've realized something, it would help me to know what it is. I've remembered what happened here 5 years ago.